What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping into some more Deathtrap. We're picking it up with our Mercenary, Masher of Face again. And we are going to be heading into the third map of the game, which actually has a quest. So we're in the Forest of the Fallen, and here we have to defeat a lumbering beast. Because after centuries of abandonment, these forgotten ruins have a lonely resident, cruel lumbering beast who is hoarding here the treasure he looted from the floating islands. The creature has no interest in the raging conflict and withdrew to his secluded lair somewhere among the ruins. If you can defeat him, the treasures could be yours. We get 3 upgrade points and 4,000 XP, which is a lot. That's about 2 maps worth at the current difficulty that we're playing on. So that's good. You know, it gives you a way to get extra research points for your traps aside from just playing the game more. And ultimately I think it will work out pretty well for us if we get those completed. So our gear hasn't changed much. I should actually check the store before I go in. 40 damage on slowed enemies, 34% bonus armor. That's actually pretty good. I like the magic find chance though. I don't have any lightning skills chance yet, or just lightning skills period. I think all of my skills are frost for now, and physical. Kind of the way we want it. Yeah, okay. There we go. Card, yes. Yep, all the stars are lit up. All right. Okay, the next wave contains some flying enemies. Always pay special attention to flying enemies because grounded traps aren't activated by them and do no damage to them. Okay, slowing time. Okay, so essentially what they're telling me is that I need to make sure I use towers. Since ground traps aren't able to affect flying enemies, using towers will make sure that they get rightly wrecked. And that's important, very important. All right, we start with a bit more essence now, which I think is definitely a good thing. We are going to have slows added and some AoE stuff on the gunny towers. And see, we're getting horde enemies there, horde enemies here. Grub shrieks are the flying enemies. Grub shriek are flying in horde. Okay, there's some grounded horde enemies too then. So our best horde trap is going to be the lava grill. There's space for 2 of those.
So many traps, so little time.
That will take care of the enemies that are not flying pretty easily, I think. I don't have the coin to put the power on them, and we probably want to start somewhere around here. There's this guy, and then I think there's some other stuff off to the left up here that we kind of want to take care of. Can't even see the entire map. Wow. And you can't move this around. Oh, that's definitely a shortcoming. Somewhere over here. But we will want to start, try to wreck this guy's face, and then move back towards where our enemies will be spawning. So let's go ahead and try to get that set up. I'm gonna activate my lethality or bonus damage here for my physical attacks.
I need help.
Oh, I died. That was a bad move. I probably should have tried to get out of the way there. Okay. Ah. It's important to try to body block like your stuff if you think you're getting overrun. That's something that I tried to mention before. Okay. I'll make that one a little bit beefier. Just solve a few of our problems, and then we'll also try to beat up on a couple of the wolves here for that bonus essence. Oh, they don't even drop essence. Are these guys literally useless? Probably. They don't seem to get slowed either, which I think is pretty unique. Just gonna try to lure these guys back out. I probably should have done that with the giant as well, rather than taking that death and losing a gate point. So I won't 5-star or 3-star this out of the box, but we can come back and get those stars at a later time, which should be easier with ooh, that's the wave. Okay, I could just restart. That really doesn't gain me anything, so I won't, because I want that treasure at the end. I think it's kind of good that they reinforce the fact that you should finish your maps by giving you the treasure at the end too. It's just seems like a good idea to me. This is a summon pit. Okay, so summoner traps are different than the rest of the traps that you have activated in that they don't just deal damage whenever something gets by. They trigger when enemies get close or under whatever conditions the trap is supposed to trigger. Summon traps are kind of varied compared to the regular ones, but this one is monster cage, and monster just literally comes out of the ground and like stays around here fighting the enemies for a bit, kind of like you would. So we're gonna place that there, and then since he's gonna hold monsters off for a bit, things are gonna group up around him. We're gonna place a Phoenix Pillar, which will give him some nice area of effect fireball support. Could be pretty good. Okay, also need to focus on this a bit. These guys are going to be coming through. We have our tower to slow things down. We want to use this,
Well, I hope these traps work.
which also is an AoE trap, but it should help with getting those guys taken care of. There's another thing that we want to do back here. Not sure which one of those was supposed to be the lumbering beast. But I think he got us the silver key. There's these guys too.
The chaos portals are bursting with creatures.
And that's a copper key. All right.
Yet.
And that should be, ooh, much better. Traps are doing a bang up job at keeping things secure. So this side of the map is clean. I've cleaned out the wargs on the other side. So we have nothing really in the way now. Did. Yeah, we're gonna set up a trap here. And one over here.
These traps need essence.
We'll go ahead and increase the speed here. Oh, Phoenix Tower actually doing its job. It's a good idea to increase the speed when you're between maps if you want to build a bit quicker. Okay, so this is an enhancer beacon. You really don't get to do much with these. These don't show up on the trap menu, but if you spend the essence to build one, you get a 50% damage bonus to all of the traps that are around it. You can build a monster cage here. I don't feel like you have too many traps that can support it other than this guy, and because of that I usually don't like to build it at all. Maybe on the higher tiers of this map where you get to put more stuff up, it'll become a bit more important. Definitely do think that this flame grill is probably important later though. So let's build for a little bit of AoE. Right, a whole lot of AoE.
Look at these traps. I'm quite good at this. These traps need essence.
Turn the speed back up and next wave it.
This one easy. What? I didn't sign up for this.
You did sign up for this. You signed up for this specifically because you thought it was going to be easy. You said that. Yeah, I think the Phoenix Tower is the only thing that would actually be able to adequately support this trap over here. Okay, this guy needs to get wrecked. Alright, if you can set up really good lines to dash through with Ghastly Shape, you can get a lot of damage out of that ability. So, highly recommend that. I'm going to go ahead and double the trap damage of this guy here. All right, a little bit of time to heal up. This is another champion. Like I said, I thought they were red with red dots with a yellow circle. They're yellow dots with a red circle around them for the champions. So I misspoke in the first video that I did, which would make sense. I hadn't actually seen any in a while. Okay, so got a good amount of essence there, 450. I think we can try to defend with just this if we want to save some of it with one final wave. And that sucks because I literally haven't died since then. So if I could have kept that up, probably could have perfect at this map. Either way, anything, we just build a monster cage there. And oh, this affects this. Do that, hold on to the rest.
Are bursting with creatures. Another wave is coming.
Good stuff. You can just see the essence counting up. A few enemies got knocked down from the fireballs. Gonna need you to slow down there, buddy. No running away today. have to think that fighting over literally an open flame while wearing heavy armor would probably it would be one of the most uncomfortable things in existence. You'd be roasting yourself over an open fire, literally. Alright, we're just gonna hold you here for as long as we can. Alright, you are dead. Whoa. That was very close. This isn't so good for swarm enemies, and that is definitely what we were dealing with there. This guy is annoying. He basically just continuously summons large swarms of creatures. So basically he tries to turn your attention away from him and also like just defocus your traps like that. So you gotta definitely deal some AoE stuff or have some traps that'll deal with enemies in an area so that you don't have to worry about him as much. And there we see I have 11 points here because I got the bonus 3 points from the quest in what I'm receiving here, but we're still missing 2 from this last star because I died. However, this gets us a silver and a copper key, so we're gonna go ahead and grab all of this tasty loot and then leave the map. So I find that starting a new game, that's probably one of the best places to get some appropriately leveled loot. 11 HP per hit. So HP per hit is deceptively good for this character, primarily because you have an AoE attack. We can craft now. Ooh, 152 HP, 53 poison resistance, 39 damage on slowed enemies. That's a lot, and it looks better than just the HP over here. So you now get trashed. You get trashed. I think we might hold on to you. We'll throw you in the stash. All right, so let's go over to crafting real quick. Instead of buying items, you can forge new ones from available recipes. This requires both gold and shards. We salvage items by putting them in here. Using salvage, we can upgrade items at a much later level. We need to get to level 55. And then these recipes are essentially found ones that you purchase from the store using gold. Recipes are saved individually on characters, so it's important to understand what you have available on each character that you create, and creating a bunch of characters is probably not the move if you want to try to concentrate your recipes into something good. But that said, you only really need about 3 characters in this game because you can respec and just earn more gold anyway. So we're gonna go into this one more time just to get that last star. I'll probably like speed this up on the video so that you guys don't have to watch through everything. We're still gonna go after those keys though, because extra loot. Yeah.
My weapons are ready.
Okay. So anything in the backpack, you can also switch on the fly, which means that we can probably wear this and then literally just put this on towards the last wave. Okay, so this sort of covers both lanes. We just buff the damage there a bit. That would be a good idea. I would really have liked if we could have gotten 2 towers up here. So that's summoning. We don't want to worry about that anytime soon. This is also summoning though. Get that up. We have We have enough to get both of these lava grills built. Okay. That's 400 so far about. I think that's what we start with. Go back here. We're gonna ignore the wargs over here right now. We're just gonna try to wreck this guy in the beginning again. So let's do it. Oh, might as well restart. I thought that I would be able to just dash out of that, but that did not work.
Fine. Let's do this.
I don't really need the damage.
That should be enough.
All right, let's try this again. Okay, got it without him activating the skill that caused me all the issues. Probably would have been better if I just run away from it in the first place, but here we are. All right. All right, they do literally just bypass that completely. Now, if our beast there dies, he does get resummoned after a short period of time, so that's good too. All right, so close to another few hundred. We have the second series of gates opening. Well, actually, just this one here. This will overlap with this guy. I can't look at the trap screen now. There's another trap that I want to unlock that we don't have here yet. Guess I should probably stick to this. Better versus armored targets. Not sure we have too many of those. And these guys all will essentially just run over this. Okay, let's see if we can do it with essentially just this.
They told me this would be easy.
All right, so far I needed to save about 300 essence. I've got about 173. So I need to bank about another 150 plus half of what I gain here. All right. Oh wait, I just realized I haven't killed these guys yet. All right, got the copper key. Oh, and I ruined it.
Get out of my gate now.
All right, restart one more time. Because the items aren't as important as the trap point right now. All right, if I can port back here. Whoops, Wasted rage. After this, then we should be all right. Let's start. All right, not murdered by the ice. All right, that was successful somewhat. Gonna slow it down a bit. That guy's dead. Gonna take this opportunity, teleport back here. It's important, if possible, to try to get the keys out of the way. First wave. Okay. And we can go ahead and speed things back up. Okay, 402. We started with 400, so we should keep about 400. Drop that guy there. And we have room for maybe one more trap. These guys are gonna come through here. All right, let's not do the slow here. And just move forward like that. We want the slow, but we want to hold on to the essence. Just so I can get the essence trap, just in case it's needed later on. Nope, not today, buddy. Right, wave's almost clear. Most of this shelf should go down without any effort right now. Okay, another 400. So 4, 4, and 4 leave us with 600 remaining essence, which means we get to put up this. Try lava grill. Only have about 60 more essence to spend. Maybe we can do this with just a lava grill. We'll buff it.
They told me this would be easy.
Yep, we got the silver and the copper key. Oh, it looks like you can salvage keys. That's interesting. Hadn't thought about that. Whoa. Rough. If you're under trapping, you gotta make sure that you pick up the slack. Otherwise, things can get really dicey for your gates. And even if you have multiple gates, you can see the health is shared. We only have 20 gate points, even though we have a ton of gates to defend. Well, 2. It's not really a ton. Point is, we're not getting twice the gate points since we have 2 gates. Yep. Whoa. You definitely have to go down. They got in. Alright, we're past halfway done. Alright, there we go. Oh, I need to switch to dimension find armor. This is his last wave. Oh lord. Whoa. Desperation's on at the end there. Ultimately, we bombed a lot trying to just get things up to a level that works well for us with cleaning up that map and trying to get our essence trap at the same time. So that was my fault, but we do have the trap unlocked. It's a bit of a struggle. Actually, you know what? No, I'll probably keep that in just because we're not going to like clear maps perfectly when we're spending half the essence, but it should make sense that it's easier to unlock things if you actually spend all your essence, and beating this with half essence is a bit of a chore, but higher skills or higher character levels definitely help with that. All right, so this will work pretty much the same as before, except this time we'll spend all the essence, which will make this a lot easier.
I hope this trap works.
This will give us an inherent weakness in this lane, which I think I should be able to personally clean up. We'll find out in a bit. Okay, we're going to put back on the beefier armor. Start over near Mr. Lumbering Beast and try to wreck his face quickly after this starts. I'm going to activate Touch of Death for the increased damage, and then we're going to spam some skills at him. And there we go. He is dead. Oh wow, can't go around that way. Doesn't look like anything's surviving that well. We're gonna teleport back over here. Oh no, that's not true at all. Gotta get the birds. Birds are the dangerous things. They need to die. Once they do, we will be a lot safer. Oh, I have the archers now. The archers are amazing. They summon one of them every few seconds, and when they're all out, they deal a really good amount of damage. They have collectively less life than the other monsters that you have the ability to summon, or I should say individually, so you have a better chance of losing some damage whenever they get swarmed. and they take time to actually build up to their full DPS. But otherwise, so nice. And the essence trap. So for 100 essence, we get more essence when these guys die. And then we can just sell this trap when we're done with it. Okay, so now we have to deal with these guys coming up on the right. So because they're likely to conglomerate around guys that we have here, our best thing to do is to toss up a Phoenix Pillar. I haven't put any research into Pillar yet. That's probably why I need to get this unlocked. And Sentry Tower. And they're gonna come down here. Best bet is probably another acid geyser.
I'm quite good at this. I'm out of essence.
Not enough. Okay. Then I guess we'll max buff this guy.
The chaos portals are bursting with creatures.
Got both of our keys already. Actually, now we can probably speed this up with impunity. Keep your archers protected, and they will do a much better job at defending for you. Archers work a lot better when you do have somebody that's going to sit there and tank the damage. So when used with the warden, or the mercenary. I keep calling him the warden. I mean, he is warden of this area, but oof. These guys are the prisoners, and they're acting up. Guess this would be a supernatural jailbreak of sorts. You leave my archers alone. Oh, wow. They dealt a lot of damage there. Either that or I critical for some ungodly amount. Okay, so yeah, 320 physical damage per archer. This guy only does 7. They do a lot. And they're strong against giants, so they probably hit them for a few grand. Easy. Okay, this slow gun with the AoE makes sense now. So would having this set up with bonus damage and eventually a slow effect, but I don't have enough for the slow effect yet. Okay.
I'm ready to fight.
All right, we're doing pretty good now. We have a third archer here in a moment. There we go. Gonna add the slow here just to group them all together. The ice vulnerability for that trap isn't always useful. If you're using other ice traps, it can become really nice. But at the same time, if you're using a character that has ice damage or ice abilities, it becomes increasingly more powerful. Which basically means if you're using the sorceress, I think. Let's go ahead and just buff that. Shred that guy easily. All right, and this is a breeze now. Yeah, I guess that makes sense when whoops. Phoenix Tower. Phoenix Tower. Summon a tank. Got a bit more coin left, and I think I'm gonna throw that. That's already fully buffed. That is 2.
So many traps, so little time.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
The monsters are coming.
Alright, so this is the last wave. We can expect things to get wrecked pretty hardcore now that I have pretty much all of my traps out. A few discounts will go a very long way in boosting the amount of traps that you're able to pull out comfortably. Alright, yep. You take care of the things that your traps don't specialize against, and then your traps will basically handle the rest quite easily. Those guys are easy. Traps feel so strong in this game. Okay. So they still got some other stuff coming. It's just not here yet. We no longer have dashes, but we no longer have anything on the left to worry about. So we can just stay in these lanes. Alright, everything is here. Let's go ahead, buff the physical traps that deal bonus damage to giants. And he got wrecked really hard. Alright, got my last 2 research points. And all of this cash. Alright, so with that, we're actually going to head into the bottomless pit now. We have no quests. This just is a map that we need to get through. Because of it, because of the chances that we're going to be using this tower quite a bit, it's important to buff something else on it. Damage would be nice. Damage upgrades are going to be significantly better. All right, let's hit the store up before we go in. Always a good idea in my book. 7% low cost for floors traps and +5 damage for traps poison damage, and the yeah, this is such a good idea. Let's grab that. We're going to replace that with the last reanimator. Nope, that's the lightning one. Yeah, that's the stasis trap, which we don't have yet. Okay. Runes are pretty ubiquitous. They can be used on anybody, so it's a good idea to just, oh, I didn't even put that on. Sort of toss these in the stash just in case any of your other characters might want them. Any good rings? Usually looking for something which has 2 abilities on it. Doesn't look like anything fits that bill. Okay. So we've spent our skill points. Got the larger area there, and let's head on to the bottomless pit. We're just gonna jump in on hard. Hopefully we can go ahead and get that cleared up without too many issues. And I think this should be the last actual part of the video.
Let's kick some skulls.
Sometimes you may find attacking without accidentally moving your character difficult. Yeah, you can hold shift. It's a common thing for action RPGs to do so that you don't have to move your character. It's going to be important for this particular map that you activate these. These will also be good. I don't have the buffs for those yet. Going to do something similar over here for these guys. So I think the mechanical one over here.
Look at these traps. I'm quite good at
Still got about 98 left. Not enough to guess I could throw down some ice fields in the runic area. Those the enemies. No way to sell or to refund that particular part of it. Let's do that, just that one ice field for now. And I don't get the same advantage over here. The closest thing I get is this ice field here. Not within range of this, well actually, no, it's not quite within range of this mechanical tower. So it's not going to be as useful, unfortunately, but you know what? We might be able to fix that. This is... no, that's a mystic. I just don't have a mechanical tower down here that I'd like to use. Alright, so then let's just go ahead and save that. We're already over here. Oof. That's a bit of slowdown, but it didn't harm too much. That was pretty well, or worked out pretty well. Dash through everybody. Trap should clean up what remains of them. Oh, there's another band actually spawning over here. Nope. Is there one guy behind me? Oh, rock golem. Okay. So these guys are pretty tough. Most of the traps that I'm building right now don't really do much against them because they're armored. What I'm supposed to use against them are mechanical traps, these guys. And I think I have the ability to go ahead and start building this up now. Oh no, wrong one. Ground trap. There we go. Oh no, poison. No, that was the right one. They get poisoned by the spikes. Alright, that makes sense. I was thinking about that wrong. It was my fault. Lightning also works well against armored targets. We're going to put a slow here and a burn for everything that gets through that. I'm building traps in the wrong area right now though, so let me not waste too much more of what I have here. We need to build right here, and this is going to need to be a combination of some pretty heavy stuff. We'll get the archers going for now. For this area, I think having something that deals with armored enemies should be a good idea. We don't have any traps here that's going to work well against horde enemies at all, so
I'm out of essence.
yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. Now, the poison isn't going to be as important as the trap firing more often. Let's do that for now then.
These traps work.
All right.
The chaos portals are bursting with creatures.
Yeah, they are. Alright, you have to be on the lookout for exactly what just happened. Enemies spawning from center gate and just kind of rushing forward. Alright, they are down. You know what? He still has to get around that way. There's traps over there. We're not in a rush. Okay. Don't want to let those Rusalkas through. Archer's definitely doing their job too, which is nice. These guys really do heavily reduce the damage that they take. Alright. I guess this champ is just gonna have to sit here and go through it. This doesn't have the range upgrade yet. Fighting him over this is probably the best choice. Make sure we get to slow roast him. Okay. Now I think we get secondary gate down here. This place pretty heavily sort of tempered, so we really don't have to worry about much. However, we have some nests of things down here, so it's sort of make this very effective at pretty much taking down almost everything that exists. We got some Bernie bits to cook up whatever tries to come through. We'll eventually put an archer there, 2 other towers, the towers here, and we can place another tower here that'll eventually be able to shoot over here. But this area is super good. Okay. Actually, while I'm here, there we go. More damage on that. Can't do much more there. That's okay as it is. Okay, what do I need to work on? This area is pretty weak. I'm not really worried about what's coming through here at all. As we can see, things get wrecked pretty easily. This acid for the armored guys is probably the most important thing. And the rest of the enemies sort of coming around the bend there are kind of screwed already. I don't have to worry about them at all. They don't have near the type of stuff that we'd really need them to be worried. And that's why they send 3 of these guys at you at once, just to really test your mettle. One thing that happens early on playing with the Mercenary here is you don't have a lot of your rage building mechanics actually set up yet. So you tend to feel like sometimes you are just waiting to regenerate your rage and you have to get in close combat or spam potions. It's not necessarily the case. You can just retreat for a bit to get a bit of health back. It doesn't feel optimal at times, but something that works. You know, you gotta kind of trust in your traps. I'm going to use a potion just to get through this guy. And that's it for them. Okay, what do we have now? Got a good amount of essence back. Most of these are as powered up as I would possibly need them to be. I want to do that there because that'll improve the value of that spear trap. This is good. These are archers now. That'll help out the archers. Improved slow, more damage. Don't need the ice vulnerability. And for these guys, we want to get an acid spray.
So many traps in so little time. The chaos portals are open.
Okay. And then we're on the last wave. We got a lot of stuff set up to deal quite a bit of damage. The deep miner kobold's actually kind of important. He's just mythical, but he has a ton of HP, and because of it, he's actually going to wade through quite a few of your traps. Gonna use a potion there. He actually hits pretty hard too, so be careful with that. Oof. Okay, everywhere else, traps are doing amazingly well. So that's good. He's down. We got some archers out. And then our heavy boys. These guys are essentially meant to be decimated by this trap here. It's going to reduce their physical protection, which is basically what makes them so freaking tough. Probably should have boosted it when I had the opportunity, but I didn't. That's my fault. Always a good idea to boost that. The gun sentries are actually really solid, especially since they are going to wreck this guy here. They have a significant boost against his giant trait. All right, where are we going now? Shoving things down my center lane again. Just gonna cook them. A nicely timed ghastly charge, ghastly shape. I guess you move so fast that you seem like a ghost. That's the idea. Yeah, these guys are toast. Okay. And this is the coup de grace. I don't think this guy is really tough. He is annoying. His main thing is just freezing everything. He drops these ice walls on your towers so that they stop attacking. And can put up these actual walls of ice onto other things, essentially preventing you from being able to allow your traps to fire, which is really annoying. As the warden, or the mercenary, I'm probably going to keep doing that the entire time I'm playing this game, just calling this guy the wrong thing. You have a good amount of HP. You can tank a few of his hits, so that's kind of nice. Alright, I'm going to need you to come and step on this flame grill for a little bit. There we go. Now we can cook you. Alright, we're finally at the point where we're just gonna beat this guy to death.
How do you like the taste of defeat, critters?
Alright, there we go. 10 research points, 8,000 experience. We got 2 new traps, the razor launcher and the stasis trap. And the chest. Nothing amazing out of there. And I forgot to put on my magic fine gold armor again, so blah to me. But the armor that I do have on is probably helping out significantly, so I'm not mad about that at all. Ooh, lose a bit of critical chance for significantly more damage. Yes. And this is even more damage than that. Okay. Absolutely. But now we have access to the crystal vaults. We're not going to do the crystal vaults yet, but it is another quest that has even more upgrade points, 5 instead of the 3 that we had before, and a ton of XP. So we'll be doing this, and this map I'll probably have to play a couple of times to get everything out of it, because oh, no, what's the challenge here? Complete the map without building summon traps. I think that's doable, but we'll check that out on the next episode of this. We'll be running through with the Mercenary, probably do a couple more maps, and then I think we'll take a look at another hero once we get that done. Either way, let me know if you guys are enjoying this. I mean, I know I am, even though I was kind of frazzled on putting this particular video together. Just a bunch of interruptions happened, but either way, we got it done. And you know, just thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are liking this, feel free to drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the game, if you've already played it or you're thinking about picking it up. I should have this one uploaded while the Steam sale is still up. If I haven't, I'm going to have a link to the game store page down below anyway. So if you guys happen to pick this up when it's for sale, that's great. Otherwise, it's a good game, and I think that you should probably look into the developers library regardless, because they seem to have a lot of really cool stuff. Either way, thanks as always for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great day. 2019 should be amazing for you. I hope it's amazing for me as well. And as always, until next time, have a good one, folks.